Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is a Project Life process video using the kit made by the followers based on the Sunshine Boulevard paper pad. And people decided in both platforms, both Instagram and YouTube, to use square corners. So those are the cards that I chose. They also chose these stamps that have two sets from Feed Your Craft, one from Citrus Twist Kits, and one from Freckle Fawn. And I love that photo, but I didn't want to cover any of the slides. So the best thing when you don't want to cover something, but you want to add a little embellishments, is to use stamps. So I'm using the Brilliance white ink from Tsukineko, and I'm gonna have the list for some of the items I use below. A bunch of them are old because the purpose of this kit is to use my stash, but things like inks and stuff that I use to journal, and even some of the cards are available because a lot of them are digital, so you're gonna see them below. And these photos are kind of similar, so I like to use stamps for both. I had a big space on top of this photo. And after the whole kit was chosen, I did use one of my little Dollar Tree organizers for smaller embellishments and little enamel dots, and I do use a lot of my little hearts that I cut using my Lawn Fawn die. But this one, I think it was an old one from Studio Calico or Amy Tangerine. So that was one of the little items that I added to the box. And these are just things that I have in my embellishment drawers, which are divided by color, and they have random sort of abandoned embellishments, and I decided to use them. I'm also going to use that stamp from Citrus Twist Kits that says Wild and Free. And this card is from L Studio. I think their kit is still available. These alphas are thicker, and I think they are from, I want to say Paige Evans, but I'm not completely sure. I do know that the alphas and the washi tape mix were the two options where people, it was like really close, like in both platforms. The DI washi mix was 50-50 in one, and the alphas were 50-50 in the other, and the other numbers were like 41-59, 53-47, so it was really close. I also put in my little drawer of embellishments labels that I love to use for layering, and as always, I like to stamp my dates there. And at first I was going to use one card for both weeks, but then I decided to just use one on each side because this one said February and the next week includes a few days from March. And I didn't mind it. I had enough space to journal what I wanted and had enough filler cards, so I was happy with the result. And this card came out pretty simple and clean. I'm trying to calm my pants down when I add all the embellishments, but I still want to use, I don't want to go to nothing, but I also maybe want to cut down a little bit. I'm very inspired by simple spreads, but then I go do them and they don't look that simple at all. So this is as simple as I could possibly get. I saw this card and I wanted to use this rubber emoji face, which is from an all Freckle Fawn kit. Again, this was in my embellishments drawer, and I was just going to use it as a filler card, but then I decided that I could use this card as a title card, since on the other side I have photos on all the 4x6 spaces. I am going to use an older Simple Stories roller stamp and an ink pad from Waffle Flower to draw a line between the dates. Not draw, stamp. And I'm using the Tombow Mono Air Touch adhesive. Tombow has sales all the time, so if you need to stock up on adhesive, just stock them for a little bit. I tend to share their sales on Instagram too, and it's always good to have adhesive on the way. I had to restock too, so I'm hoping it gets here soon. And these are the stickers that people chose for the kit. They chose the one from Figurecraft, but I'm going to use others that are in that kit too, which are from Freckle Fawn. Again, very old from back then when I subscribed to their kits. So each sticker pack, there was one for alphas and one for just stickers with different kinds of images, and each set had like 5 or 6 stickers, and of course I needed my phrase stickers. And I honestly love how the kit turned out. I think I shared on Instagram like the final choices. And you guys also chose the enamel dots instead of the sequins, which I was a little surprised, but most people voted for the enamel dots. And I love how this card turned out. Now I'm going to use the white alphas from that big pack. And as soon as I saw this card is from an old Figurecraft kit. And at the bottom, I at first I wasn't gonna show the right part of this spread because it had pictures from school, but I kind of figured a way around it. And in the bottom photos of that spread, they were celebrating the 100 days of school, and I thought that this card was gonna be perfect to document that. And these stickers are not in the kit, but I really wanted to use them for something like this, and I think this card turned out so cool. And yes, I'm tooting my own horn, but I was really happy with the result. And even though they're not in the kit is more like a guideline. Sometimes I'm gonna bring a specific card for a specific moment, or something like this where I really want to use something school related. So I reached for these stickers, and man, I love this card. It's so cute. And so I want to use the kit as a guideline. I'm gonna stick to it like 98% of the time, but in moments like this, I do want to use other stuff from my stash. And these stickers are also from Freckle Fawn, because I used to be in their design team too, and I subscribed to their kit, but I also like buying their grab bags. They were like $5, and they sent like stickers that apparently were not up to their code. In my opinion, they look fine, and I bought a bunch of them, and I got a bunch of repeats, but they were stickers that I really loved, so I didn't mind at all. And these enamel dots, I've been wanting to use the whole thing, so that's one of the main reasons I added them to the options. And I also wanted a little variety, so that's what I use: the regular enamel dots, then I use these which have cooler colors, and the other ones from the Shimelle line that has the whole rainbow. And at first I wanted to use that Live Colorfully die cut, but then I realized that I wanted to keep the die cuts on top the same, so that's what I chose, those which are from a Project Life digital kit. I can't remember the name, but those are the embellishments from the digital kit. And I wanted to add a little something more to those, so I just added the enamel dots from Shimelle. But I kept that simple because the photos were already pretty bright. And this is the whole spread. Actually, not the whole spread, because at the bottom I have photos that I can't show, and then I have the photos of the kids. I was very lucky that my daughter's kindergarten teacher used to send a lot of pictures, and that was so awesome to see a little sneak peek of what they were doing at school. And I also got to add that to the album, so I'm really happy. And I have my journaling on this side and the really cool filler card with the weekly card, which I like to have on top, but I try to keep my rules pretty loose. That way I don't make my process actually more difficult. So this is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.